Falaflahi te hane te valatala tutupu ke lata mai lau taong niwe ke hao nei. Koe hani afne whakamana to he lalulangi aho ke lata me liveki he i e pui pui he lalulangi. Moe koe eke e mena nei mo whakamana tuanga ke te tangata ke tukutuku hifu e whakatoke to ke sekana ke pulangi. Koe matanga hua ozone ha Niuean e whakamata pato he whahinga hua takatarai motu. Ko amna ke la tūru ke whai whakaholoanga ka watua ke utake hea i e tau ke sekana mai he tau patu whiresta me tau puha whakamamoko tuai ne takanga i a ke he motu. Aha i e tau whakaholoanga ni ko whitani he tau sila tūru he tau nei mai whakatokatoka ke whakahoho he tau tangata ke kau whanataha mai ki sea whoki ke he laulangi ko whai kehe hako tau mana nei ne ko tau siai. Ko whita whoki e laulai te whakakuanga ni ko tau sei malutulu he tau tangata he motu ne kungahua ke le veki ke tau koloa tungi tau puha whakamamoko po ke air conditioning whoki ke lali ki utake he tau ke sekona. Mai ono whoki ke he whala tau ke se fōu ne ko mai ke ai ke whakaonga. Hai e tau whakanoanga ne kua tau se ki muitua e alutulu e tau pilotu ke tau technicians mai tau engineer ke o tatai whoki mai tau whakanoanga po ke muitua ke tau whatakaanga. He whainga hua. Ko e tau ngahi mua, ko ole ata lutulu po ke amana ki ke ua tuai ke tu tangata ke whakakise tau tokaanga he tau whilisa tuai ke mai ke utake he tau kese kona nei mai whakawhanua tu ke he tau mutu kehe ke mou ai. Ko e hainia whini whakahoko e si viang koloanga hua lima he tau mamatua whiwhine hau lufta ke lau mo e kisia e longa mo ke ke halutulu tau koloa. Mole toko hongu furu i mata whiwhine mo e hai e whoki whala tau whanau aonga ne kua kau whlataha e ke whakanuanga nei. Whakamata patua e ke whakatumau ke whakamaui mo langa ki hake tuanga mo e lota matala he tupuna ke he tau tufunga motu haniwe. Koe tā whakanuanga ke he whoki ne kua tausia i ke whakamanatua ki e tahi tau taonga he motu koe whawhakavenga mo he vau. Longa tau koloa whakatatai tau mata whiwhine ka mua atu ke he tau koloa talanga mai he tau wala hea kau koe niu. Mai he tau pulou, ke he tau tawhika niu, tau kato, tau sianga sino. Mai he tau laukaka, tau kato tā pola, mai tau pola lau, mai whalu whoki, koe tau koloa nei ne kua sivi, mai lahe uka i ngahua halo tūle tau ki whakawhili. Ka hawai whoki, e tahi tu tupun he maanga, kua mamokua ia ha kua amana ki ai ke tukupenonga mai whinau tai ke motu ko New Zealandi, kai amana ki ke mai ke ia ke ute to taonga nei mo ia ka liwa tu. Koe tahani he te whakaroanga he maanga ne ko whakatoka ke tausi ai ato hokua tu ke hau whakatātā halo tōru ke whahi tapka hau. Falafla here to listening into Radio Sunshine's news bulletin for today. Yesterday marked the International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer, preempting Environment Department to continue with community awareness. The mission goes on to protect the ozone layer, and Niue is doing its part with plans to get out into the community and reclaim harmful gases in old refrigeration and air conditioning units. Each year, countries are reminded of the obligations since signing the Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer over 25 years ago. The concerted efforts of parties to the protocol have seen the phase-out of controlled uses of zone-depleting substances and, as a result, seen reductions that have helped to protect the ozone layer. Niue's project is being implemented through the Environment Department, where one of their main emphasis is to educate people and to work with those directly involved in handling equipment that store these harmful gases. Niue is said to be the first country to remove all ozone-depleting substances, and this is a status that they would like to maintain. The project has been working closely with technicians and engineers who maintain refrigeration equipment to use alternative gases and also learn ways of safely removing harmful gases. The department will develop a program for teams to collect and get out into the community to reclaim ozone-depleting gases so they can be removed from the island and disposed of overseas. Alofi North's women's group displayed and showcased their handcrafts and talents at the Alofi Tokelau Community Hall yesterday with over 18 women and 3 students participating. The village hall was filled with bright and colourful fabric creations along the walls, Accessories also adorned the tables. Floral displays and live plants added a bit of flair to complete the wide range of creative displays. The theme for this year was to continue to sustain and raise the status and wisdom of our tupunas in Niue arts and craft. Of the different crafts on display, those that were judged were made from parts of the coconut tree. There were different types of baskets, fans, brooms, and even garments creatively made out of coconut fiber, and there was also a skirt made out of kanu rings. Another event on the program was a cultural and historical reminder of the heavy loads women would carry from the bush. And this was to go in line with the theme of the day. The displays were all very creative and unique in their own way and of very good quality, making the judges' work just that bit harder. This activity or event is a lead-up to the Alofi Show Day in a week's time. Looking at our news stories from the region, UN peacekeepers withdrew from all of their posts in Syrian Golan Heights on Monday as the regime forces and rebel factions battled for control of the areas adjacent to the Syrian-Israeli border in what the UN called a deteriorating situation. A UN spokesperson said all the troops posted on the Syrian side had been ordered to pull back into Israel. The Syrian armed groups posed a direct threat to the safety and security of the troops from the UN Disengagement Observer Force. Fighting from Syria again spilled over into Israel on Monday morning as a mortar shell struck near the Israeli side of the crossing in the Golan Heights. There were no injuries or damage reported. Artillery from Syria has landed frequently on the Israeli side of the Golan Heights for the past few weeks. On Friday night, a mortar shell exploded on the Israeli side of the Golan Heights in what authorities believe was errant fire from fighting across the border. There were no reports of injury or damage. Leo o Tonga 88.1 FM is the newest radio station in Nuku'alofa, which began last week, operated by Taimi Media Network in Kolomotua. Kalafi Moala runs the radio station, which is the sixth local FM broadcasting mainly news bulletin, interviews and talkback programs in Tongan. He said the radio, which covers Tongatapu and Ewa, is intended to become a mainstream radio station for information, news and talkback programs. Moala said setting up the radio station had been his plan for quite some time, but it is only now they had the equipment to start. Taimi Network operates the weekly Taimi o Tonga newspaper. The Australian Government and World Bank met to discuss Australia's $20 million contribution to the Pacific Facility, a multi-donor trust fund implemented by the World Bank. The trust fund will be used to shape and accelerate growth and poverty reduction in Papua New Guinea and 10 Pacific Island countries. Axel van Transenberg, World Bank Vice President for East Asia and the Pacific, met with senior Department of Foreign Affairs and trade officials, including Peter Varghese, Secretary for DFAT, during his trip to Canberra. Through P4F funding, the World Bank will work with Pacific Island countries to improve the livelihoods of local communities. Some anticipated specific outcomes include the P4 budget that will be dispersed over a 4-year period from July 2014 to July 2018. Papua New Guinea's Foreign Minister Riming Pato says to his knowledge his government received no formal invitation from Fiji to send observers for today's election. The multinational observer group for the Fiji poll includes representatives of at least 12 countries, including Israel, Russia, Australia and Indonesia. However, despite reports in recent months as being a leading observer nation, PNG has not sent observers. Pato says he saw no formal request from Suva, so that was probably the reason why they haven't sent a member there. He said that they're supporting the natural process and providing $20 million to support the election, so they are committed to the process of democratic elections in Fiji. Pato says there is no spat between the two countries related to the signs of bitterness from Fiji regime that its candidate lost to PNG's in the recent selection of the Pacific Islands Forum chair. Voting commenced on time with concerns which the Fijian Elections Office has attended to and come up with alternative plans to allow every Fijian to cast their votes. Some issues that were raised at a briefing with the Fijian Elections Office included voters turning up at the wrong stations, Supervisor of Elections Mohammed Sanim reminded voters to text in their EVR numbers to 545 to avoid similar disruption. Voters were also reminded polling closed 6 p.m. and no later. More than 527,000 Fijians are expected to cast their votes in a total of 1,460 polling stations around the country. Of the total polling stations open, 598 are open in the central, 563 in the west, 274 in the north, and 25 in the east. Fiji's President Ratu Ipili Nailatikau will stay on to complete his current 3-year term in office. Ratu Ipili was reappointed to the position of head of state in November 2012, so his 3-year term ends in 2015. The Fijian Parliament will appoint a new president as provided under the 2013 Constitution. Minister for Justice Syed Kayam confirmed to Fiji Live that Ratu Ipili will need to finish his 3-year term. Under the 2013 Constitution, the Prime Minister and the Leader of Opposition each nominate someone to take up the position, which will then be put to a vote by the members of Parliament. The nominee that gets the most votes will be appointed president. Persons nominated to the position can only serve up to 2 terms in office. The Turanga Mai Naito Golada and Bau Chief Ratu Ipili was first officially appointed to be the head of state in November 2009 and reappointed in 2012. Meanwhile, the standing orders for Fiji's parliament have been gazetted. Fiji's Attorney General and Minister for Justice Syed Kayam confirms Vinyana Nanosi Malau and Mary Gilianso will take charge of Parliament affairs following their appointments as Secretary General and Deputy respectively. Fiji's first parliamentary seating is expected to convene within 2 weeks after the release of the final election results. It is estimated over 49,000 people have registered to vote in Tonga's 2014 general election after registration closed on Tuesday. The Commissioner and Supervisor of Elections, Peter Vuki, said about 500 to 600 people registered yesterday and today. He said the figures would be confirmed later in the week, but estimated over 49,000 had registered to date. The Electoral Commission hopes to publish the final electoral roll on the 22nd of September. At the same time, people who turn 21 after today can still register, with the final roll to be published on November 13th. In the 2010 election, the Commission recorded around 42,000 registered voters and a 91% turnout on voting day. Meanwhile, the nomination of candidates will be held on the 23rd to the 24th of October. Peter said civil servants who wish to stand as candidates must resign before their nomination according to the Public Service Act. Tonga's general election will be held on November 27th, 2014. Those are our regional news stories as well as our local news bulletin here on Radio Sunshine for today.